Hey there folks, it's Zach at Feel Free to Argue, and I wanted to talk briefly about this Johannes Maserly character who just got out on bail today. For those of you who don't know, this is the cop that shot Oscar Grant in the back in front of many witnesses and thankfully at least a few people who were uh, taping stuff with their cell phones. Um, and I've got a whole bunch of questions about this because the first, and I think the most obvious considering where he was apprehended, is how in the world did they figure out that this guy was not going to be a flight risk? I mean, he's already fled once. Why wouldn't he flee again? Secondly, he owns a couple of Glocks, which I do not believe he was required to turn in um, as a condition of him getting bail. So this guy, who has already killed somebody in plain view, is now free with his guns. And finally, we can see in the statement that his lawyers are posting now that he's clearly getting his whole lie defense together. Talking about how he thought Oscar Grant, despite the fact that he was face down on the ground, was reaching for a gun. I guess he saw the movie Chicago and thought that sounded pretty good. You know, they both went for the gun. And aside from that, there's another layer of BS, which a lot of people were predicting were going to be the case since he has both weapons on him. That people are saying that he's going for the taser and he only meant to tase the guy. Well, you know, that's aside from the fact that the weapons are different colors, they have a different feel, they have a different weight, and more relevantly, I mean, how in the world are you ever going to have any accountability? I mean, if that means basically anybody with both a gun and a taser can shoot anybody they want. Oh, I meant to use my taser. I didn't mean to shoot him. I mean, are we going to allow this to be an acceptable defense? Because if so, I don't think we should allow the police to carry both, because it becomes just much too much of a convenient excuse then. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this latest example of U.S. injustice. Let me know what you have to think about this. I imagine a lot of people are going to be deeply disturbed by this. I certainly was. Zach Elliott at Feel Free to Argue.